and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
30 seconds on the game clock. It's another screen from Krivas. Bradley goes for the lay-in, high off the glass. It's good, and it's all Jaden Bradley in the clutch.
That one was even higher than the last one.
Somebody put up a meme on social media of Jaden Bradley on Michael Jordan's body. The senior, unbelievable down the stretch for the Arizona Wildcats as they win it tonight in Los Angeles over the UCLA Bruins. 69-65. The Wildcats down as many as 10 points early in this game. Battled back in the first half to take a lead, and then down as many as 7 points actually 8 points, as many as 8 points in the second half. Close this game with a 16-6 run to win it tonight and move to 4-0 on the season. Welcome to Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. I'm David Kelly. We've got with me Kelvin Efon. The captain is here, as well as J.W. Madden as well. Top takeaways on this one tonight. My top takeaway is the veterans. The veterans took over this game late. And Anthony Dell'Orso, the one thing I'd written down in my notes, I think with the Cats were down 8. I wrote down 57-49 with about 7 minutes to go. I wrote down in my notes, Jaden Bradley has to look to score more. And immediately he hit a jumper after that. What did he have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 13. 13 of his points down the stretch after I wrote that in my notes. 13 of his 15 points came in the final 7 minutes of this game to lead the Wildcats to a win in Los Angeles. Jaden Bradley needs to score more, needs to be more aggressive. Well, that happened, and Arizona won. That's my top takeaway. Kelvin.
It's when you see that, it's about picking your spots. You playing in a game, you playing in a tight game, and you're picking your spots. You're seeing how the flow is going. You're trying to get Pete going. You're trying to get Barry's going. You're trying to get Krivas going. You're just playing the game. And then when you see that it's time to affect it, hey, he stepped up and made plays there, man. I really love the way Krivas played. I mean, it was spots to where I was like, this may be his coming out party, because now he looked like that guy. He's looking like that guy that Coach Lloyd always talked about, because, man, some of the moves he made in that paint, driving to the paint, just being aggressive. UCLA came and brought a fight, man. They came to win today, but, Arizona just stayed together. Dell'Orso, man, I mean, knocking those shots down. Somebody was going to have to knock him down. Somebody was going to have to knock it down. We
Shot
talked about it.
making.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier where they was going to deny somebody, but somebody's going to come open, and, hey, each night they could be a different guy. You just got to have it going.
J.W. Madden.
Yeah, I mean, you guys already said it. I think when it comes to UCLA and Arizona games, when it's Mick Cronin-led UCLA team, I think you just kind of throw out the stats because we see Arizona teams that score 90 score 55 versus that team. We've seen that time and time and time again. So I think we all knew in our hearts that this was going to be an ugly-ish game, that you were going to see guys who are maybe new to college basketball struggle a little bit. Like, for instance, Dwayne Aristode, right, gets in, a couple costly turnovers, didn't get back in the game, Kelvin. He wasn't, the coaching staff saw he wasn't maybe ready for that big moment. Now, it doesn't mean he won't be the next time, but in that game, under that pressure, every possession matters. They were pretty sloppy at times, especially in that first half, first 8 minutes or so, kind of throwing the ball all over the place. But my biggest takeaway is just the wherewithal to come back. I mean, you're talking about a good UCLA team, a Mick Cronin-led UCLA team. They're never going to let you take anything from them. You got to go take it. And so my biggest takeaway, top to bottom, is Arizona found a way to come back, like you said, DK. Down in the first half, took the lead at halftime, found themselves down again in the second half, didn't back down, played solid defense and rebounded those misses, didn't let UCLA get any offensive boards, came out with the W. And that's really a war of attrition. You always hear the word war when it comes to these games, kind of, it's silly in a way when you really think about it. But these are two teams and two programs right now under these two coaches that are just pure will. And whatever it takes to get the job done at the end of the day, I don't think it's ever going to be pretty, but it's always a beautiful basketball game when these two teams play each other.
I said 16-6 down the stretch. Anthony Dell'Orso and Jaden Bradley had 14 of those 16 points. The only two they did not have were a pair of free throws by Braden Burries down the stretch. The Vets answered when they needed to. And Arizona is headed, they're probably headed back home. I'd say they were headed to Connecticut, but they're probably headed back home for at least a few nights before they head to Connecticut on Monday or Tuesday. 69-65, Wildcats win over their rivals from Los Angeles. Again, the other thing, I guess the other standout to me is just the incredible atmosphere for that ball game tonight. I mean, it was loud. It was a knockout, drag out fight like we would expect from Arizona and UCLA. It was the scoring was down kind of like we thought that it was going to be, but man, it was almost like two heavyweight. I think at one point the announcer said, "Go back to your corners," and that's what I thought it was. It was like two champions. Go back to your corners and get ready for the next round because it's coming.
Yeah, no, I text you guys. I said I underestimated their size and athleticism. I mean, it didn't seem like they had the guys. Or did they step up a little bit because they was facing that name on the front of that jersey? I mean, I think they had a few guys, California kids that transferred back home that was very hype and ready to play and wanted to upset Arizona, which only bodes well for Arizona to have to face people like that because this type of atmosphere, I don't know, J-Dub, I haven't felt, or DK, I haven't felt this type of big-time atmospheric games early in the season like this, man. I mean, I really love it because I believe with all the new guys, you got to throw them in there, man. You can't have a bunch of cupcakes and then think you're going to get to real competition and think you know what you have. I think they're finding out a lot about each other right now, and it's real important for guys to see that you don't always have to have a big game to be able to figure out a way to win, but you still got the dub and you move on to the next day.
Yeah, Arizona-UCLA rivalry aside, guys, this Bruins team only plays two top 25 teams in non-conference. They play Arizona, and they play currently 19th ranked Gonzaga. So if you talk about trying to get resume building, you're trying to get some confidence among your new group of guys, Dent's never played in Westwood before, right? Might have been player of the year in the West Coast Conference last year, but there's a lot of new pieces they're mixing in. So they played up, Kelvin, to that name, Arizona on the jersey, but also that's a top 5 team coming into not their building. Obviously, it wasn't in Westwood. It was the Intuit Dome. But I think that was the extra energy and effort. Cronin obviously got in those guys' ears. We heard RJ stop by the Arizona locker room. You know how many Bruins? I mean, Kareem was in the building. But you know how many Bruins probably stopped by and said, hey, by the way, Arizona is not a team to take lightly. We got to get this win because a whole bunch of grandpas are bragging about this all summer, about who won this game. And on that note, guys, I don't know about next year, right? There's no schedule
Not they
Okay.
don't, it's 2 years they play. Two
So
seasons,
they've played
yeah.
every single season since 1977.
Yeah.
So this very well could be the breaking of the streak if the two teams do not play next year. So again, you think there's a little extra something on the line today? This might be the last time they play after playing every single season since the late 70s. So yeah, I mean, they're not in the conference anymore, but these are the two predominant West Coast teams, programs, along with the Zags, obviously. But it's never going to be easy when these two teams face each other. And I think those ancillary players, Kelvin, with the Bruins jersey on, are always going to step up, especially the big dudes. I want to talk about the issues. We'll go through the show, but I want to touch real quick on it, Kelvin. Inverted offense is a problem for Arizona's defense. When the 5 and 4s can stretch the court, those are the offenses that this team struggles with. And this is not the first game. But when Bilodeau and their 5, I can't think of his name right now, but their center and power forward were knocking down threes. And they were doing that on purpose to pull the guys away.
Xavier Booker?
Yeah, Booker, to create driving lanes for those guards. And so when you got the 4 and 5 and those high ball screens when the power forward comes over and screens and then the center's open for a 3 and the defender can't get out and you maybe got Krivas in the paint, that was the biggest issue I saw in coverage tonight, was that 4-5 inverted offense gave them a little bit of trouble again.
Yeah, and I believe that the guys should really go ahead and cover out. I understand protecting the lane, but I don't think you block that many shots to where you can't get up on your guy and expect the rest of the guys to rotate over and do their job. Because I think the 5s in this offense always drop when on the screens or whatnot, and on that pick and pop, they drop all the way to the lane, and everybody knows that. They know that that's what's going to happen. We've been hearing about this drop coverage for a while now. And it hurts when the guard comes around the screen and he's dropped, he take the shot, or when the guard is our defensive guard is hustling to get back. Now the big is open at the top for wide open shots. So we got to figure out something with that. Coach Lloyd is picking his poison right now, but it's getting a little scary.
69-65, Arizona Wildcats knock off the UCLA Bruins to head to 4-0 on the season. Great game out at the Intuit Dome. Second half of the doubleheader tonight of the Hall of Fame series. Win number 1 of the series went to my alma mater, Southern California, over Illinois State. We'll dive into everything that happened tonight in Los Angeles, plus a whole lot more. We'll get our keys to the game. We'll see if we beat the book tonight. I got a feeling it was a good night there. And we will, of course, have our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show comes your way with more. After this timeout, you're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air and Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Tired of your old ride acting like that one uncle who never starts on time? Trade him in at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Used Cars. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on reliable pre-owned Chevys, trucks, and SUVs, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and save big with holiday deals so good, even Santa's trading in his sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Used Cars. Together, let's drive.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Uh-oh, another plumbing disaster. Don't panic. Call the pros at Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. From clogged drains to full-blown repipe repairs, our expert team is fast, getting repipes done in one day. Reliable, professional, and always ready 24/7. When water won't behave, Acclaimed saves the day. Call 520-200-1089 or visit acclaimed-drain.com. Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. Trusted, local, acclaimed.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
If you could rewind 10 years, what would you do differently? Buy Apple stock at $20? Skip the Ghost Pepper Challenge? Maybe even rethink the skinny jeans. Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Some regrets are harmless, termite damage isn't. You can't go back in time, but you can keep termites from eating your future. Call Blue Sky Pest Control today for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than four walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Organization.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No. They use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope. Only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Floats it down to Mo Krivas. He'll cut across, go up for two. A physical finish for Mo Krivas puts Arizona back up by 5.
Might have been his best move ever as a Wildcat. That was nice.
Mo Krivas, once again, second straight game, Mo came out strong in the second half after the break to spark the Arizona Wildcats, 69-65. Number 5, U of A over 15th ranked UCLA. Second half of this ball game, Mo Krivas 6 points after he had 4 in the first half, so 6 of his 10 after the break on 3 of 4. He also had 4 rebounds after the intermission. Guys, they did a really good job. They ran a few of those quick pick and rolls to both him and Toby Awaka, getting the ball to him on the low post. And it was kind of first half, especially with Koa Pete, we saw a lot of those just shots coming up a little bit short at times when Koa has missed. He's missed short on some of those turnaround jumpers. Could be a form thing that he's fading away a little bit too much, and the ball's just coming up a little bit short on the rim. But good to see them getting the ball on the low post to Moteus Krivas, and the one where Tyler Bilodeau tried to go for a steal, and Mo turned around and stuffed it home with 2 hands, showed his authority there on the low block.
Yeah, no, it was great to see him play well. You need that. He's a weapon, man. I mean, he shows a lot of, what I said Coach Lloyd was saying, that he's a go-to player, man. He showed a lot of that. And good to see Tobe, man. That one dunk he did, man. I thought that was going to intimidate him, but they kept coming even after that dunk right there. But, yeah, Koa P coming up short there, that's legs. You got to have your legs under. You get a little bit more lift. Those balls will get over the front of the rim. UCLA came, man. They were tough. They packed the inside on him. They weren't going to let him just beat him. And with that being said, his teammates stepped up and carried it for him.
He had a -16 plus-minus tonight, did Koa Pete. Tough night, 2 of 5 from the floor, 7 points, 4 rebounds, turned it over 6 times as well. Again, he had double figures and had played well in the first 3 games. This was a little bit of a tougher contest for him, but again, you got to love the fact that your best young player wasn't on, and you were still able to come out of this ball game with a win. And just to kind of touch again on the big men, I just love their aggressiveness to the basket. Both Krivas and Awaka aggressively taking the ball to the basket at times off the dribble.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Krivas clearly with the back to the basket hook shots is going to be his go-to, but when you get him on the move, I mean, what are you going to do? There's not a lot of 6'1" guards, Kelvin, are going to take a charge on a 7'2", 260-pound center. And not only that, but he can finish. He's got that little floater, so there's really not much at guarder. He can stop short if that guard does step into that spot. So those guys being on the move is a big part of this offense. A big part of this offense is any kind of pick and rolls. It's not necessarily even a high pick and roll where they're calling for the point guard and the power forward like you might see in an offense. It's just anybody who's a preferred ball handler the coaching staff has given the go-ahead to. And the next pick guy, it has to be a roll guy or a flare guy, Kelvin. Someone who can either go hard to the basket when that extra defensive attention goes to the ball handler, or can find themselves an open spot in the corner. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about Karchenkov, if we're talking about Tobe, any of those guys who set that screen need to make something happen once the defense adjusts. And that's how basketball works.
Let's take a call. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Paul in Phoenix, you're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the postgame show.
David, I'll make it quick. I have nothing significant really to say other than the fact that I loved what Tommy said after the game on Peak, that this team is special group of guys. And the only thing I will just say is if you guys don't mind, can we kind of keep it quiet about Jaden Bradley? He's not that good a point guard. He's totally he just let him fly under the radar for a little bit. But guys, this is November and this is already fun. I told my brother tonight, I said, this team's just fun to watch. And I don't have anything else for you. I really don't, other than to say bear down. That's what makes it fun. And doggone it, win or lose this game tonight, that was just fun. I don't know what else to tell you. You guys have already said it all, and you'll continue to say it all. The breakdown, and I love what Jada, what you said about the 4 and the 5s when other teams move out. Those are just things that everything can be fixed or corrected or whatever, worked on. But it's just fun. This is fun basketball, and I guarantee it. The city of Tucson is going to love this team. They're special, guys. Bear down. I'll see you guys at 5:30. Well, I won't see you. I'll talk to you guys at 5:30.
We'll be here, Paul. We'll be here.
I know you will. Take care, guys. Be safe out there.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Paul in Phoenix checking in. He'll get some rest. I don't know if I will tonight, but we shall see. Time now for our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Let's see what we got here tonight in terms of who that might be. Well, Toby Awaka, 10 rebounds tonight. Moteus Krivas, 8 rebounds tonight. I'm trying to think of who. They both had very significant rebounds. I'll let you go first on this one tonight, J-Dub. Who do you like on this?
I mean, I love Tobe. And Mo with the 5 offensive boards, guys. 5 offensive boards. And those were those straight up in traffic offensive boards, Kelvin, where you're not necessarily out hustling because it's hard for Mo Krivas to out hustle someone on the baseline for it. It's just straight up. I love that he's been taught and has learned to go straight up. He might not have more than a 20, 25-inch vert when he gets off the ground, but arms straight up in the air. You're talking about 7'8", 7'9", whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be Tobe because of the 10 boards and just how aggressive he was. But I just want to say that 5 offensive boards from Mo Krivas. Keep that up.
There you go. Mr. Calvin Ifan, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I'm going to have to go with Krivas, man. I just feel like just the fight and the dog, it actually opened up a couple more, rebounds for Tobe, even though Tobe don't need any help. But it's just when you have 2 bigs fighting like that, man, that's just something to contend with. Now I got to go with Krivas today.
All right. Well, I will not disagree on that. Moteus Krivas is your Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com. 69-65, 5th-ranked Arizona knocks off number 15 UCLA at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. The rivalry continues. 64-51. That was the 115th meeting of these two teams, and now the Arizona Wildcats are back to within 13-4 since the two teams started playing against each other in conference play annually back when Arizona joined the Pac-10, what was the Pac-8 and became the Pac-10 back in the late 1970s. Much more for you coming up straight ahead. We'll see if we beat the book. We'll hear hopefully from the Wildcats in Los Angeles as well. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day rolls on after this timeout. Along with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' K is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Ready to update your kitchen, create a spa-inspired bathroom, or a backyard oasis? Put the equity in your home to work for you with a home equity line of credit from Hughes. Borrow between $10,000 and $250,000 and enjoy flexible terms and no prepayment penalties. With Hughes Federal Credit Union's one-rate guarantee, there's no switching rates based on your credit score. All our members get our same low rate. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Certain restrictions apply.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Dell'Orso Nation.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Rightway is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 5-star Google reviews, you can trust Rightway to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Rightway today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at iccu.com. A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Braden Burries catches up with the offense. Krivas picks up his dribble. Out to Bradley. Kicks it out to Deli. He'll fire for three. That's good. Anthony Dell'Orso, another three-pointer, and Arizona's got the lead.
And all the lights go on. The red, the blue, Arizona colors, and Dell'Orso has been fantastic.
Just a light show out there at the Intuit Dome tonight. Whenever your favorite team would score. 69-65, Arizona knocks off UCLA. Anthony Dell'Orso, 20 points, led all scorers in the game. 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line. So he's made 32 consecutive free throws dating back to last season. How about that?
Who was that?
Anthony Dell'Orso.
Oh, man, don't say that. Yeah, but he's a good shooter, though, man. I mean, you can just see it. I mean, just a nice high-release flick, confident right now.
That's why he's got the ball in his hands in the final 1 to 2 minutes of every game. The Wildcats are leading that's close.
The more college basketball you watch, and Kelvin and Mai's case, it's 45 years of watching college basketball. Like, there's just certain dudes, and Dell'Orso is one of them, that you expect free throws to go in. It's the knee bend, the flick of the wrist, and the consistent repeated form. And Deli's just a very good shooter. So not surprising to hear those kind of numbers. He's the guy, you want at the end of the game. And he's not also a guy, Kelvin, that you expect to get fouled because he's not necessarily maybe going to attack the rim super hard. But in that case, on that baseline, he made the right choice. That's a tough spot he got put in because he got handed the ball on the baseline right into a double, and he went around the double baseline side and got fouled by the third player. Really tough spot right there, but heady for the veteran Dell'Orso because he knew that he could get the foul there, just make an aggressive baseline move around it. And what better guy to take a couple free throws down the stretch when you really need him?
Who did the pass get passed into that got trapped on the baseline?
Deli. On those 2 free throws at the very end of the game.
Who initially got the pass?
He did. He caught the pass from the inbound and just made a move.
Oh, they fouled. Okay.
Yeah. He got doubled on the pass on the inbound. He was probably 2 steps off the baseline, and he just had barely enough room to squeak around the defender. You always tell a defender, put your foot on the baseline. Right. Doesn't give the offensive player anywhere to go. The defender was a couple of half a foot off of the baseline, gave Deli just enough room to get around him.
Deli also had 3 assists in the ball game. The Wildcats obviously did not get to that 20 number that that benchmark, and that's get to be expected in a game where there's not going to be high scoring in the 80s. But 5 guys with 3 assists in this ball game: Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Moteus Krivas, Anthony Dell'Orso, and Toby Awaka all had 3 assists. And once again, what I love, we talked about it with Ivan Karchinkov in the last game against Northern Arizona, where he, didn't shoot the ball well, but we had a bunch of other categories. Tonight, that was Braden Burries, 1 of 9, didn't shoot the ball well in his homecoming to Southern California, but he had 3 assists, he had 3 steals, and he had a blocked shot in the ball game, and he had a plus-minus of 13. He had the second highest plus-minus on the team. So there were positive things happening when he was on the floor, even though he wasn't providing any offense in that.
He was. Just shot selection could be a little cleaner. The first, 3 minutes of the game, he took 3 threes. And that one possession, he got the offensive rebound. He put it right back up. And Kelvin, hometown guy, first game back home. And as a college player, first time you're playing back in your home city, clearly in his mind and in everybody's mind, you're going to make that first shot. You're going to make that second shot. It's just going to be going downhill from there. But here's the issue is that freshman 4th game in college basketball, first game at home, $2 billion arena, all your friends and family watching. First couple shots don't fall. Maybe you're not feeling yourself. That's when you start deferring, get in a couple of defensive possessions, move the ball around, and then have it come back to you and take another shot after that. You just got to get into that feel of the game and get in the rhythm.
And Karchinkov had struggled shooting the ball going back to last game, but a quick way to get out of a shooting slump is to make a couple of layups, and he was able to do that second half in transition when the Wildcats were able to get that going. Let's see, they finished with they only had 10 fast break points in this ball game to 5 for UCLA. The big thing, though, it stands out, and one of the things we talked about in the pregame show was how deep the Bruins would be able to go into their bench. Now, they did play 6 guys double-digit minutes, but they only had 3 points off their bench coming from Trent Perry. Wildcats bench outscored UCLA tonight 28-3 with the likes of most of that coming from Anthony Dell'Orso.
Yeah, and UVA really only kind of played 7 guys because, Dwayne Erso got his chances, launched up a couple threes, but it was that full court one-handed pass. It wasn't a full court pass. It was actually just meant to be an outlet pass, right, to the relief guy relieving the pressure of the baseline, and that just sailed all the way down the other side of the court, and I don't think he got back in the game after that, right? Kelvin, that one-handed, you're not seeing where the pass is going type of thing. That's not for games like this.
No, not one-hand passes. I tell guys all the time, hey, you're not in the NBA yet, buddy. You want 2 hands on that pass because if it isn't there, you can bring it back. But once you release that thing, ain't going to work. So, I take my hat off to Coach, man. I mean, for him to get in games like this, man, and make these tough decisions, playing time, man, you have different guys feeling certain type of ways, but, hey, you're trying to figure out a way to get a dub. And that's what he continues to harp on, and the guys gonna have to respect it.
Let's find out if anybody beat the book tonight.
Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to find out how we bet the book and if we beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Well, everybody took the same bet tonight. Everybody took Arizona minus the 1.5, and that came in at 4. So I think I said I thought 2 to 4 would be the range, and that's what it came in at. And we all took the under. The over-under was 154.5, and 69.65 comes in at 134. So 20 points under that line. Everybody took the Wildcats. Everybody took the under. Everybody's cashing tickets tonight. And we all beat the book.
Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
69-65 Wildcats over the UCLA Bruins. Want to hear from you. What are your top takeaways? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. You can call us. You can text us if you're staying awake a little bit longer, if maybe you're going to bed to get up and see some football in the morning, because that is coming fast and furious as well. Wildcats on the road at Cincinnati. We'll have all that coverage for you once again, beginning at 5:30. So we are just 6 hours away from the pregame show for football. Much more coming up for you straight ahead, though, on the basketball side. Before we shut it down, Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day is the show. I'm David Kelly, along with Kelvin Efon and J.W. Madden. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Rush in for the $100,000 holiday gold rush. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Discover your perfect vehicle at Cactus Auto, Tucson's trusted destination for certified pre-owned cars for over 30 years. They offer a wide range of certified pre-owned vehicles featuring the brands and models you love. Their finance experts are here to provide you with top dollar trade-in offers and help you find the best financing options, regardless of your credit history. With approved credit, enjoy no payments for up to 90 days. Trust Cactus Auto for quality, affordable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, all backed by incredible savings and a 7-day exchange guarantee. Visit cactusauto.com.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing,
a neighborly company.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed. life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
14 seconds to go. Sky Clark with it for UCLA. Dribbling right. He's guarded by Braden Burries. Arizona keeping it close. Clark forces the three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Tobe Awaka fighting for the rebound. He'll hand it off for Jaden Bradley. 1 second to go. And the buzzer sounds. Arizona wins in Los Angeles.
Brody Dryden on the call tonight in L.A. Wildcats take down UCLA. Looks like number 19 Gonzaga is going to beat Arizona State up in Tempe on your Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers scoreboard. They got about 3 minutes to go at the Desert Financial Center there. Wildcats 4-0. Bruins suffered their first loss of the season to fall to 3-1. Arizona on their way to UConn now for a date with the recently two-time national champion Huskies on Wednesday. That'll be a 5 p.m. start our time out here in Tucson, and our coverage that day will begin at 1:30 in the afternoon with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday. Let's head back out to the Intuit Dome. After the ball game, Jaden Bradley and Anthony Dell'Orso, the seniors, joined Elise Woodard out of Seattle, and she was the sideline reporter on the Peacock broadcast tonight. Let's hear what the fellas had to say with Elise after the ball game.
Well, what a win for you guys in this rivalry series. Jaden, we'll start with you. 15 points in this one, 4 boards, 3 dimes. Really good second half to close this out in a back-and-forth game tonight. What did this come down to?
Man, just going to war with my brothers, trusting in my brothers, trusting in the coaches. And, you know, Deli finished out great. Krivas finished out great. Everybody that played, we just handled business at the end.
It was a struggle in the second half for a while from deep. You hit that 3, and it sort of pumped your guys' momentum. How big was that shot?
Yeah, you know, my teammates set me up. We put the reps in every day in practice, and, you know, nothing but confidence going into that. You know, if anyone had that shot, I would have bet they would have made it.
You guys have had such a great start to this season. You beat Florida, now you beat your rival. What did it mean for you guys to win this rivalry game? This building tonight was hyped.
We just the motor boys. That's what we do. The motor. You know, we're going to keep stacking days. You know, it starts in practice. You know, we're going to keep stacking and get ready for our next opponent, and I'm glad we handled business today.
And Anthony, for you, what does this win say? You guys have got off to such a great start. How good can this team be this year in your mind?
You know, all I think is we're just getting started. We're only 4 games in, and, you know, I've got to watch out for whoever we're playing up next.
Well, you guys continue on. You got a strong schedule. Great job tonight, though, in a win, guys. Still undefeated.
The Motor Boys. Last year was the Gritty Boys. This year it's the Motor Boys. I don't know if you were able to see that video. If you're watching on one of our many video streams, we're streaming this show on YouTube. We're also on Twitch. We are not currently on Instagram, but maybe we'll get up on Instagram before the end of the show as well. But they were kind of like they were on a motorcycle. They were doing their hands like this here, like they were, revving up the motorcycle. The Motor Boys. What do we think of that right there? The newest nickname for Arizona basketball.
I guess they revving up.
Any thoughts on that, J-Dub? The Motor Boys.
I don't have a thought on that, but I do have a thought on them mimicking the Oklahoma City Thunder by having the entire team stand behind the interviewer.
Yes.
Which is what Shea, they'd say, hey, Shea, come talk to us. Come talk to us, Shea. Come talk to us. Hey, Shea, you got 30 again. Shea, come talk to us. And after he got sick of being the only guy over there, it's a team game, right? Everybody's involved in the win. Everybody's responsible. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't get open unless people set picks for him. So I don't know about you, Kelvin, but seeing the whole team there, they did that for Coach Loy when he was interviewed. The entire team was behind him. Also for the 2 players there. I love that. I love that camaraderie.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see. They did it. There was a post-game interview with Tommy Lloyd as well, and all the guys were around Tommy, and then they also interviewed the 2 players there, Jaden Bradley and Anthony Dell'Orso. And again, you can feel it with this team for sure that there is definitely a connection that we're seeing at least 1 through, I don't know how many guys are on the team this year, but 1 through 15.
20.
Or so, 20.
Gotta be.
I mean, that many guys now?
How many guys are on the bench?
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah, that's true. There are a lot of guys on the bench as well. In terms of the rotation tonight for Arizona, The Wildcats primarily played 7. They've been playing 8, but Dwayne Aristode, again, like you mentioned early, his minutes not as plentiful as he had trouble kind of getting into this game. And that's it was one of the things we talked about, what would be there for him in this game after he had such a great game against NAU. And it just wasn't. It wasn't there for him tonight, only 9 minutes off the bench for Dwayne Aristode, but you got those quality minutes from your veterans. We haven't talked a lot about Toby Awaka. He did have 8 points to go along with those 10 rebounds. He dished out 3 assists as well in the 26 minutes that he got. So again, we think our guy Fred Scheib asked if these were if this was the best 6th and 7th man in the country. Well, they combined to go 10 of 19 from the floor, 28 combined points, 12 combined rebounds, 6 combined assists, and 2 combined steals for those 2 guys tonight.
Only 1 turnover.
Yeah, and only 1 turnover. Exactly.
Back
Pretty
to
impressive.
Dwayne Aristode real quick. Coach Lloyd has already shown time and time again that he has a bit of a litmus test where there are guys who are veterans who he'll let play through mistakes. But last year when Anthony Dell'Orso, we just got done talking about being one of the heroes for tonight, DK, in that Duke game, he played 4 minutes and got pulled and never got back in, right?
Yep.
So Coach Lloyd clearly has a thing, Kelvin, where if he understands what he's requiring from a young player or a player who's new to the program, like Deli was last year, and they aren't giving him to him in that first stint in the game, they may not get back in there because that one pass was not great. I didn't see – he took 2 shots, Dwayne Aristode. Yeah. I don't remember the shot selection. I don't remember them being bad shots.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, clearly that young man's going to have his time. He's going to have some more great games, have more 18-point games. I don't know about 6 threes, but he's going to make a lot of threes as this season goes on. And in a game like that, where it's lunch pail, hard hat, whatever it takes to get the job done, Coach Lloyd has shown, DK, that he's got a bit of a short leash for some of those players that might not have his full trust yet because those other guys, when he's got to tighten it up to 7, he's going to make sure JB, what did he average, 38 minutes a game last year?
Yeah. Now I will say this. I was a little surprised that Burridge played as much as he played. That's the one that I was surprised on because to me, he took a couple shots that was questionable. I actually thought that Aristode would have took a couple more shots, being that he made 6. So I really thought he was very restrained out there and being smart with the ball and making good decisions instead of just hunting his shot. Because usually after making that many threes, guys just come out hunting it, and he didn't. So I actually was pretty proud of him of that. And Yvonne only played 14 minutes. He didn't play much more. So to me, I was a little surprised. Barry's 1 of 9, 1 of 6 from 3, 1 rebound. He did have the 3 assists. I didn't understand how he was plus 13. He had the 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and 3 steals right there. So he was, he was stuffing the stats a little bit there. But I was surprised that he had got 34 minutes.
I think those plus minuses you're looking at were you on the court when UCLA went on their 10-0 run? If you weren't, then your plus minus is high. If you were, your plus minus is low. UCLA went on those 2 big runs early in that first half, maybe 8 minutes in. And then again, they're about midway through that second half. So those 2 big runs were that plus-minus differential.
Let's chat with John. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the post-game show.
Hey, guys, a few things. Number one, these are 2 great games for stacking a resume when it comes March. It's the difference between being a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 4 seed. The more Q1 wins you can have and Q1 games you play, it serves you well. I mean, we were 22 and 8 or something like that last year, maybe even 10 losses. But because our strength of schedule was so good, it earned us a high seed. So I love the way Tommy schedules. That was the only complaint I really had with Sean was that he never recruited. He never really scheduled these games, and not near the bulk that Tommy does. And I want to say that the reason we won this game, in my opinion, is really the defensive effort that we got out of Milwaukee late in the game. They wanted to attack him, and I think the philosophy was that they were going to be able to get into the body and get to the line. And he was able to defend without fouling. And, to watch the progression of Priebus and what he's doing this year to be able to rotate and affect, shots in the paint And, seeing what you're seeing out of Dell'Orso defensively, but a Wildcats to not foul each one of those players went to work on their games in the offseason to get better with their lateral movement on defense. That's kind of the thing that I got out of it. I'm watching the game tonight because if they got the win, they could have probably iced that game and screwed up for the point late.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, John, for those thoughts right there. And he mentioned, obviously, the interior defense. We talked a little bit about that in the pregame show as well. And I thought, and we'll get to the keys coming up here in the next segment, but I thought that it was going to be important for those guys not to get into any type of foul trouble. You talk about Awaka. He only had 1 in the ball game. Krivas only had 2 in the contest. They only had 11. Remember, after the last game, I said, if you can get 11 in a game like this, you're going to be really happy with it. And that's what they ended up getting, only 11 fouls tonight.
Yeah, and UCLA only had 12. Mm-hmm. So the refs wasn't calling many fouls. They let it be a big boy game, and you have to appreciate that if you're a real basketball purist. When you sit there and you let the guys play it out, you pretty much called it even. What it was free throws was UCLA only had 8, and they didn't never really even go inside, and so they was doing the pick and pop all day, and we had 15. So you had to come win this game today. It wasn't one of those games that the refs was going to give it to either guy. You was going to have to come take it.
Yeah, and John's point there at the beginning about Tobe Awaka's on-ball defense and footwork and ability to move his feet is 100%. The key to down the stretch to that win, because UCLA, as John said right there, they were trying, Kelvin, to go at Awaka off ball, and he made 4, maybe 5 great defensive footwork plays in the last 10 possessions for UCLA that really befuddled them, because they were thinking that they were going to take the big 265-pound guy off the dribble, and he wasn't going to be able to keep up with some of their clearly Cronin's got some of those quicker 4, quicker 5 style athletes. Not necessarily the big bruisers isn't the style he's recruiting to. And Tobe, they thought maybe Tobe wasn't going to be able to move his feet. And if you go back and watch those last 5 minutes of that game, watch how many possessions that UCLA had on offense that Tobe Awaka directly affected their ability to score the basket. 4-point win. You got to give a lot of credit to Tobe down the stretch.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day after a 69-65 win for the Arizona Wildcats over the UCLA Bruins. Much more coming up for you straight ahead. We'll review our keys to the game, get a scoreboard to you as well, let you know what happened on the high school football front tonight. A lot of state playoff games, first-round action for the big schools, getting close to the quarterfinals and semifinals for the small schools. We'll tell you all about that as well tonight. Set you up for tomorrow and football too. Kelvin Efon is here. JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Dunright Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, trust a true local Tucson company, Dunright Services. We pride ourselves on delivering top-notch service, fair pricing, and expert craftsmanship. The job isn't finished unless it's done right. Weekend emergency? No problem. Just give us a call. We're here when you need us. You deserve the best, and Dunright Services delivers. Call us today for a free estimate at 520-369-3966.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rocking K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rocking K, with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Hold up, that wasn't Santa's sleigh. That was a Blazer EV flying off the lot at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag pricing on the latest electric Chevys, and yes, we have the inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and supercharge your holidays with shockingly great deals that'll make your old gas tank jealous. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. EVs at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care. A proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Hi, I'm Lisa Chastain. No one should go hungry, especially at Thanksgiving. That's why Gospel Rescue Mission is hosting our annual Thanksgiving Blessings event. Join us on Wednesday, November 26th for a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal. Also, clothing, haircuts, additional resources, and life-changing opportunities. Celebrate the holidays with us, because Thanksgiving is better when we share it together. Visit grmtucson.com to learn more.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Passes left to Ivan Karchenkov, down to Krivas, who slams it home for two.
He got position on Bilodeau. They're going at Bilodeau again. But what a catch by Krivas. Great hands to catch that one in traffic.
Moteus Krivas getting a dunk. 5 of 6 from the floor tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds from Mo. He had 3 assists in the ball game. Ivan Karchenkov with his lone assist there as he caught Tyler Bilodeau with his hand in the cookie jar. going for the steal, and the Wildcats knock off UCLA 69-65. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Gameday. David Kelly, Kelvin Ifan. Guys, I want to touch on something that they talked about in the post-game show on the broadcast, and that was the fact that Arizona went back to switching defense late in the game on the pick and roll, and they thought that was key into the Wildcats getting stops down the stretch. What did you guys kind of see there as Tommy made that late adjustment to try to stifle what UCLA was doing to build that 8-point second-half lead?
Well, it only made sense with them picking and popping like that. I mean, when, I tell guys all the time, when a big picks and pop, he might well be a guard. And so you could just switch on him and make sure you own him so he doesn't get that catch and shoot wide open three. So the switch was important because they wasn't rolling, trying to dominate you at the box. So, yeah, that was very smart to be able to make that adjustment, easy adjustment with the guys. And they're going to have to do that at some other points this year.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to switch a lot when you're talking about quick guards because then you get a lot of mismatches. But what Kelvin, like clearly what was happening in that stretch, as we talked about in the opening segment, when your 4 and your 5 man are out popping for threes to try to bring Krivas out away from the basket, that three that caused them to stop switching or to start switching after that, DK, was one where Krivas had both his feet in the circle, and the guy was out wide open taking a three, Kelvin, off of that. It wasn't actually Krivas' man who took the shot, but it was his rotation, and he should have been up there. But because you're talking about taking advantage of maybe athletes who are trying to defend the rim, guys whose job it is to stand back there and prevent drives. Well, the goal for the other team is going to bring those guys out. In modern basketball, you got a lot of 4s and 5s that can shoot that shot. Clearly, Cronin was trying to bring those guys out, and starting to switch after that made it so that those guys were not having easy, clean looks at the basket. That run that put UCLA up by 7-8 points, right after that, they started changing up the defense, getting hands in guys' faces, and that run stopped. Arizona got the lead back.
Yeah, their bigs took the majority of their 3-point shots tonight. Xavier Booker, 2 of 3. Eric Daly Jr., forward, 3 of 5. And Tyler Bilodeau went 3 of 4. So those 3 bigs combined to go 8 for 11 from 3 in the ball game. They made 9 of their 17 finishing on the ball game, 53% from behind 3. And so a good shooting night for them in that respect.
And it makes sense to do that. I mean, Arizona could do that too. Why? Because JB has a lot more success right at the rim than he does from 25 feet out. I mean, Donovan Dent took 16 shots tonight, guys, 0 threes. So that's a guy who's trying to get busy, trying to create chaos in the lane, either find open, cutters or shooters by picking up extra defensive attention, or just finishing over the top of people, really adept at finishing. So when you invert your offense like that and you have your bigs out there shooting threes, that leaves so much more driving space for your guards. So if you're a guard driving heavy offense and you have bigs who can shoot, that's the way to do it. Arizona's not set up that way. Tobe Awaka is not a guy you want to put out there, Kelvin, at 23 feet out and have him pull the 4 or 5 man out away from the basket. But some teams are going to do that. We saw it last year. A couple of different teams, Iowa State did that as well. So it's something you got to watch out for. But the adjustment that they made down the stretch of that game is what led to the win. It's just a matter, they got so many options defensively and offensively, this Arizona Wildcat team. It's just a matter of if they're hurting you one way, go another way. Just keep changing it up, keep them off balance.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. You can interact with the show. We're streaming on YouTube right now. If you've got a comment that you want to leave, you can leave that on our YouTube page. We're also on Twitch. You can head on over there as well. If you've got a comment, let's head back out to Los Angeles and hear a little bit for what the UCLA Bruins had to say after the ball game. Mick Cronin, and I believe this is Eric Daly Jr.
Execute down the stretch. They did. That was the story of the game. On the bigger picture, we give up 60% from the field in the second half. They shot 13 layups. They made 13 layups. So I don't even know how we were winning, to be honest with you. So we got to get better defensively. We got to get much better on the backboard. But we had our chances. We didn't. Our execution on offense down the stretch, lack thereof, got us. And on defense. We gave up layups. My teams don't give up layups with the game on the line.
Was that game execution, mostly shot selection?
It's a lot of things, man. Lack of execution ends up in bad shots. For not just for us, for the Clippers, the Lakers, AC Barcelona.
You had 14 turnovers in the first half.
12.
12, my bad. What was going into that?
We turned it over 12 times. Sloppy with the ball. I told if this team don't turn the ball over, we're going to second half we take care of the ball, we score 40 points. And that's with being abysmal late in the game on our last 4 or 5 possessions. We can score if we don't turn it over. But I always give the other team credit. When you turn it over, it's effort related too for the other team.
Defensively, I think they made their last 4 shots. Jaden Bradley obviously did a great job.
They're well, they're shooting layups. The guy's a hell of a player. He definitely ain't gonna miss layups. And then we didn't rotate to him on a perimeter pass. I mean, literally the whole stadium was wondering, is anybody gonna rotate to him? He wanted to drive it. He was waiting. Is anybody gonna rotate? I'm gonna go down the lane and shoot a layup because he's a smart player, great player. But nobody rotated to him.
A lot about physicality. I know rebounding wasn't the best tonight. What did you see otherwise, though? You forced some turnovers as well.
Look, we did some things well. We got to get a lot better. We got to get more production off our bench. That's going to be a big error. I mean, if you were to go on bench, now Dell'Orso didn't start and he had 20, so. But their bench destroyed ours. But I'm guessing Tommy doesn't start him because he wants to bring in an offensive player. So he starts Karchenkov. Dell'Orso is clearly the better player. So, but we bring in Trent. Trent's a good player. So we got to develop our bench. We got to get better on defense. We got to get better on rebounding. That's what I learned. But I knew all that coming in. But our guys, look, we competed. It was a great game. They got a hell of a team as usual. You guys got anything for Eric?
Coach, put the responsibility on you to set the tone physically, and it seemed like you do that, and you hit a lot of threes tonight. Just how did you feel like you played, especially setting the tone physically?
I think my effort, intensity, it can go even higher, honestly. I did some good things, but it didn't get the job done tonight, so it really don't matter what I did good. I could really just go back, look at the film, practice these few days, and just really learn from what we did tonight, and just learn from the mistakes as a team, and just get better. It's a long season. It's only game 4 for us, and we got a long ways to go.
All right, that was Eric Daly along with Mick Cronin. Mick Comedian Cronin. Anthony Dell'Orso is clearly a better player than Ivan Karchenkov.
He's just trying to cause chaos in the Arizona locker room. That's all he's doing.
He's funny, man. He doesn't pull any punches. If we don't turn it over, they had 16 in the ball game.
If I go pull Coach Lloyd's post game from last year, it's going to be the exact same verbatim, but from the Arizona side. Arizona made plays down the stretch. They were efficient offensively. Last year, Arizona had a 13-point lead, scored 6 points in the last 11 minutes of that game last year. UCLA just went cold, and I got a stat for you guys. 5:17 to go in the game. UCLA is up by 6, 59-53. Okay? Bradley goes to the line for 2. Bradley makes a jumper. Dell'Orso makes a 3, assisted by Bradley. Bradley makes a layup. Bradley makes a 3. Bradley makes a layup. 2 free throws by Dell'Orso.
Yeah.
So until the final 2 free throws by Dell'Orso, Jaden Bradley accounted for all 14 points down the stretch to bring the Arizona back in that game. And Kelvin, we don't really have time tonight, but I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive and not defer quite as much
early
10 minutes into the game,
right,
as opposed to just waiting until the last 6 minutes and just taking over MJ style. That's where that meme comes from, is because the last 6 minutes of this game, similar in the Florida game, JB just kind of puts the cape on and takes over. I'm not asking him to call his own number so much early in the game. Just be aggressive in making things happen, get in the paint, that kind of thing.
And I think he's such a good team player that he let this offense run. You know how coach runs this offense. He gives it. The ball moves side to side, and everybody touches it, and usually it gets back to the point guard, and then he started making things happen. I just think, again, man, just unselfish guy. I think the way the defenses are playing, I think that they're really guarding him from getting into the paint to his sprints early, and I think they kind of lose him as the game goes along, and then he picks it up on him, and they can't stop him.
It was impressive to see that layup he made where he just took it high off the glass to get it above. I believe it was Xavier Booker who was charging at him, and he just threw it up high off the window for the layup.
Yeah, we call that dropping them off at the 15th floor. Most people go up to 12th floor, but they can't go to the 15th floor.
Oh, man, that's a good one. Dropping it off at the 15th floor.
The only reason you got that in your repertoire is because you're playing with or against 7'2" guys, Kelvin.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need that shot in basketball outside of being a 6'1", 6'2" guy and having to get it up over the top of some big boys.
You got to have that teardrop. Mark Jackson, he's one of the guys that made that popular with the teardrop, but you have to have it. I tell a lot of the kids I train in Tucson, a lot of them don't have it because they don't play against a lot of tall players like that, and then they get against those type of guys and they get their shot blocked. But you have to have that shot, man. It's very important, and trust me, New Yorker, Bradley, he got it.
All right, so we want to get a break in here right now, J-Dub, is the best thing to do?
We can do keys real quick if you want.
Well, let's just wait. Yeah, let's not rush through that. So we'll go ahead and get a break in now. We'll come back. We'll do our keys to the game. We'll have the scoreboard as well as hopefully hear from the Arizona side after tonight's 69-65 win over the UCLA Bruins. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day continues after this timeout. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than 4 walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Tucson sun beating down feels like an oven in your car, right? With our premium window tint, you'll stay cool, comfortable, and protected.
Finally, no more burning seats and squinting eyes. Driving feels amazing again.
It's not just tint. It's comfort, style, and relief from Arizona heat. Recon Auto Detailing, Ceramic Pro West, Tucson, where cool rides start.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply, insured by NCUA.
The holidays are here, and so are the Red Tag savings on new Chevrolets at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on the latest Silverado, Equinox, and Traverse models, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing on brand new Chevys and unwrap great holiday deals and unbeatable pricing all season long. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Rush into Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun this holiday season for the $100,000 Holiday Gold Rush. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Drawings are Fridays and Sundays at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. Win up to $1,000 in free play when you match 2 prize cards, and every 100 slot or table points earned gets you another shot at the gold. Rush in today, only at Casino del Sol. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. 10-year parts and labor warranty. Plus a free system upgrade.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Wildcats Radio 1290 Studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Back to Delhi on the left side. Working slowly here. He'll pull a long three. That's good from Anthony Dell'Orso. We've got a tie ball game at 15.
He shot it over the 6'11" Xavier Booker. The step back from way deep might have been NBA range.
How did our keys to the game go for your Wildcats? Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, what did we think Arizona needed to do to beat the UCLA Bruins tonight in Los Angeles? I believe I went first. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to one of the things we just talked about there, and that's the interior defense, because, again, you're going to be dealing with Tyler Bilodeau, who has scored, I think, almost 16 points a game in every game so far this season. And he's going to try to bang and get these guys into some early foul trouble, I think, tonight. So you got to be able to control Tyler Bilodeau in the middle. Don't allow him. Don't swat at him. Defend him well, but don't get yourself into that foul trouble that we talked about, because, again, if they want to try to get one or two of those guys out of the ball game, Tyler Bilodeau is the kind of guy that can do it. Also, we mentioned Donovan Dent earlier in the ball game. I think this is going to be an important defensive game for Jaden Bradley and guarding Donovan Dent. Donovan can shoot the three, and we have not seen necessarily a guard yet this season who can do that at a high level. So I think defending him out, getting out on him, and keeping him off that three-point line, making him uncomfortable is going to be a big key for Jaden Bradley in this ball game tonight. Those are probably my two biggest keys in terms of the Wildcats winning this evening. So Donovan Dent really was not looking to take a whole lot of three-point shots tonight. He was looking to facilitate, had 8 assists, and we mentioned 16 shots, 5 of 16. Tyler Bilodeau did have some battles down there on the block with Koa Pete. I remember the one, he was able to get the and one out of it. Koa kind of slapped down on him, and he made the turnaround jumper to get that three-point play going. But for the most part, everybody else that was against him on the inside stayed out of foul trouble tonight. So I thought that, again, he got his 19 points, which is what you figure. 9 of those came from behind the arc. But he did also score 10 points inside as well. So Tyler got his points, but the Wildcats ultimately did not come out too hurt off from it.
It's a tough matchup, man. When you're talking about a guy who's a power forward's body, Kelvin, who's really a shooting guard or small forward, I mean, it's just, again, and especially for young guys like Koa. I mean, I mentioned to you, DK, before the show that, Tyler Bilodeau played center last year. He played center in his previous stop. A 5-man who comes out and shoots threes, that's not something. You think about Umar Ballo. We talked about it a lot. Umar Ballo parked under the basket while the 5 was shooting a 3. Well, that's what Tyler Bilodeau did. But at the 4, which is his natural position, he switched back to the 4. I figured Koa, Kelvin, would be sticking around with him, but the crafty vet, senior, right, found a way, and obviously through Cronin's offense, found a way to get loose, and he was the big reason why UCLA kind of pressed that lead out in the second half once they got it.
Yeah, but he's got to get on those boards because they talked about it last year, him not really wanting to fight at center. And when Krivas had him under that basket, he was easy work. A lot of time Bilodeau was in there. But scoring that basketball, man, shooting, anything like that is easy work for him, man.
That's the trade-off, man. 2 rebounds, for your 4 is not what you're looking for, but 19 on 7 to 10 shooting. I mean, again, it's just who you're recruiting to and what kind of players you're looking for. I think Cronin would rather have a guy with 8 boards, right, who maybe had a couple of layups as opposed to a dude shooting a bunch of threes, yeah.
Who went second, J-Dub? I believe it was you or Kelvin?
We'll just go with Kelvin. How's
okay.
My keys are, first, when you're playing a Cronin team, you're going to have to play 30 seconds on defense for sure. You got to lock down and stay down on defense. Don't get lost. Don't give up an easy back door. Don't get bored. You're going to have to really lock in and D up for 5. Frank Rollenheiser, the principal at Pueblo, texted me, and he said, we got to find out about the 2 wings. Are they able to play good enough defense? We know about Bradley. We know about the Koa Pete. We know about Krivas, but we got to find out about those wings, and I agree with him on that. I think we have to get in transition and try to get some easy buckets against this team before they get set defensively, because they're always pretty good defensively once they get set. So I would love to get out on the break and get some easy buckets. And then my last thing is you got to take care of the ball and don't give up easy transition buckets to a team that's tough for them to score. So don't give them any easy ones.
Transition tonight, they got just 5 points off the fast break.
Who, U of A?
UCLA.
Bruins.
Oh, right. Yeah. And how many did we get?
10.
10?
Yeah, we only
That's the
had
difference
10.
in the game.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the game. I thought that we needed to get some easy buckets. We got a few easy ones.
Well, and the 2 that I mentioned came with Karchinkov early in the second half. And I'll tell you what I like about that is that I just like the way he finishes in on the break with guys around him. He has that, for lack of a better term, those European players can know how to protect the basketball and get it in the basket. We saw Deli do it a couple times in the first half when he scored driving to the basket. They're very self-aware of avoiding contact and avoiding defenders on the ball when they're around the basket.
Yeah, and not even so much European-style players, DK, but players when they're 12 years old who are playing against 20 and 25-year-olds like Karchenkov was, right? Because when you're younger and you're smaller and you're trying to finish around grown men, you got to find ways to finish strong. That's a lot of lessons from the older players around Karchenkov Kelvin, taught him if you don't come strong with especially offhand layups, like that second fast break layup was off his left hand, especially offhand, you can't go up and softly throw it up there. You got to go finish it strong with purpose. That second one was so weird, right? Because the first turnover, the UCLA Bruin player went to the ground. And the second turnover, which was the second back-to-back plays, a Bruin player slipped on the wet spot that the Bruin player had left from the previous play, went to the ground, balls loose. Karchenkov got the second fast break point because of that wet spot that had happened from the previous steal the play before.
And, and what I loved about it was fundamental. It's just simple, go to leg. A lot of guys would have tried to dunk that with the guy chasing right underneath them on both situations, but he went up fundamentally and put the ball in a situation to where you got to go get it instead of putting himself in a situation where he could have missed it. So I just think that just good fundamental basketball at the end of the day.
J-Dub's keys to the game.
Yeah, mine are real easy. I know, real simple, excuse me. I think you got to out-rebound UCLA by at least 5 or 10. I think you got to dominate the paint, establish your position down there, show Coach Cronin and his team that Arizona's built for that, built to play tough interior basketball. Number 2, as always, you got to out-hustle the Bruins. That's what they're known for. You can't play for Cronin unless you're on the court. Your knees are all bruised up because you're going after every loose ball. I'd like to see the Cats get more steals, less turnovers tonight versus the Bruins. And thirdly, after what happened last year, 13-point lead with 10 minutes to go, end up losing a very low-scoring game, only scored 5 down the stretch. Don't let up. Keep that 13-point lead. Next time you get it, don't let the Bruins get back into it. Just play solid fundamental basketball. Keep what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And I think Arizona has all the pieces to be able to take down the Bruins tonight. Just got to play smart and play tougher than the Bruins do.
Well, they had less turnovers in the game, and they had more steals, and they won on the boards by 7.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat a Cronin team, Kelvin, if you lose 2 of those categories. I just think that Cronin's teams, this was a very close game. Arizona won by 4 points. It felt to me like Arizona outplayed UCLA by 10 points throughout the course of the 40 minutes. But somehow, some way, Cronin teams, they stay in games just by doing those little things. And I think, obviously, that's what Coach Lloyd preaches as well. And when these two coaches come up together, it's just whoever team is a little bit more feisty, gets after those balls a little bit more, and takes care of the ball as well against some really tough defense.
Those are the things we thought the Wildcats needed to do to beat the UCLA Bruins.
Those were today's keys to the game. They're brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, let's do scoreboard. Let's go ahead and do that before we let Kelvin get out of here, as we have hit Saturday. We have hit Arizona football game day, and that's not too far away. But let's find out what happened around the rest of the United States on the basketball front tonight.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
That's actually what happened yesterday now around the rest of the country. Number 5, Arizona knocks off 15th-ranked UCLA 69-65. Elsewhere in conference, 19th-ranked Gonzaga goes into Tempe and takes down the Sun Devils, handing Bobby Hurley's team his first loss of the season. 77-65 was the final there. Gonzaga has a guy by the name of Graham Ike. I like that. He scored 20 points. 12 of those came at the line for Graham Ike. Number 6, Michigan wins on the road at TCU 67-63 tonight. 11th ranked Texas Tech 80, Milwaukee 63 down in Lubbock. Central Florida wins on the road at Texas A&M. How about that one right there? 86-74 the final for the Golden Knights. Colorado over Providence at home 97-88. Baylor by 13 over Tarleton State this evening. 27 points in that ball game for the Baylor Bears by Cameron Carr. That is the schedule last night on the Big 12 front, just to give you an indication of what's happening today. 25th ranked Kansas will host Princeton at Lawrence, and this is a big one. Before Connecticut hosts Arizona, they will play BYU today in Boston at the TD Garden. So the 7th-ranked Cougars and the number 3 Huskies will go at each other today. That game will be on Fox Television coming up later at 5 o'clock. Utah and Sam Houston, the other game on the schedule today in the Big 12. So we'll have eyes on that UConn BYU game coming up today as well. Top 25 on Friday night, Creighton over Maryland Eastern Shore 84-45. Arkansas did not beat Samford by much, but they beat them 79-75 at home for the 21st ranked Razorbacks. Number 14, Illinois takes down Colgate by a score of 84-65. It was Kylan Boswell, 11 points tonight. And let's see, how many free throws did he shoot tonight? None. He had 12 in that game the other day, but he did not shoot any free throws in the contest tonight. 11th ranked, number 9, Kentucky over Eastern Illinois, 99-53. 4th ranked Duke beat Indiana State, 100-62. North Carolina over North Carolina Central, 97-53. And that is a look at your top 25 in terms of college football. Now, high school football. Let's give you those scores here on the state playoff front. It was Tucson. Make sure this is right. That's last week's scoreboard I'm looking at right now. Let me get to tonight. Scoreboard. All right, here we go. Desert View advances as they knock off Mountain Point 35-28. So the dream season for the Jaguars will continue. Marana, also a tight win, 34-27 over Yuma Catholic in Conference 5A. Tanca Verde upsets the number 1 seed in Conference 2A. The Hawks beat Veritas Prep on the road 28-23. So if I'm not mistaken, that was a quarterfinal game, I believe. Let me just get the bracket right here for you. And so I believe they are on to the semifinals now in Conference 2A. Yeah, that was a quarterfinal game. So Tanca Verde will face St. John's next week in the state semifinals. Congratulations to Jeff Bolnow and that crew. Wilcox beats Benson in Conference 2A 26-6. So Wilcox is in the state semifinals as well. We could get a rematch between Tanca Verde and Wilcox. We were at that game just a few weeks ago. That will remain to be seen as we get ready for that. Conference 3A, Push Ridge Christian Academy advances. They win 51-38 over Florence. They are in the semifinals against top seed Benjamin Franklin. So congratulations to Kent Middleton and his squad back in the state semifinals again after winning state in Conference 3A last year. 4A games. It was Micah Mountain 35-0 over Lake Havasu. Micah Mountain advances. They'll be on the road against second seed Snowflake next week. And in 5A, we told you the finals there. Next week, Marana will host Horizon at Marana High School. Desert View will host Canyon View in the state quarterfinals. And finally, in 6A, South Point Catholic. That is actually was that tonight? First round. South Point Catholic wins 23-8 in the first round over Queen Creek. So they are in the quarterfinals next week on the road against top seed Pinnacle.
Before we wrap it up, there is one more bonus top 25 basketball score of note.
Okay.
The 15th ranked Lady Duke Blue Devils were playing West Virginia Mountaineers tonight, DK. Before the halftime, there was a benches clearing tussle.
Oh, boy.
In which 6 West Virginia Mountaineers were ejected, including 4 starters, which left the Mountaineers with 5 total players. They were down at the halftime to 15th ranked Duke, and with 5 players, they won the game 57-49. Now, I'm not here to make comments about who was right or wrong about the tussle. Apparently, 5 players left the bench, and that was an automatic disqualifier. But when you're playing, Kelvin, the second half with 5 players and 4 of your starters are gone, 4 starters have been kicked out the game, you only got 1 starter left and 4 reserves, and you find a way to beat a top 25 team, I mean, tip your cap to the West Virginia Mountaineers ladies, because that is an outrageous story. 5 players all second half. Somehow they came back and pulled out the win.
Yeah, it sounded like, in that situation, Duke lost their focus. A situation like that happened. Some teams step up and some teams step back a little bit. And, I think that's what happened in that situation. And also, let's keep it real. Refs kind of even things out a little bit too. They looking over there and see there's no bench, so they're probably not going to foul out anybody or anything. They know they just kicked out the whole team or whatnot.
One more foul out, right, and the game's forfeit because you can't play with 4.
And did you see where they was playing at?
Yeah, they're playing in Greenbrier Tip-Off in West Virginia. So they're playing in a tournament.
It was like a church.
A church?
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, I had never seen that before.
It's in the Colonial Hall in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia.
Okay, yeah, it looked weird.
It's formerly a church and a bank and one of the largest jewelry stores in the country, and now it's, I guess, where they play basketball.
Oh, wow, okay.
There you go. Kelvin, final thoughts before we see you back here in about 5 hours.
I can say it's another good win, man. UCLA, I actually didn't think they were as good as they were. I mean, and athletic as they were. They came in, brought a good fight. Cronin always brings a good fight. But the Arizona guys stood up to it, man, and figured out a way to get it done when some of the key guys didn't. The guys everybody expect to be key guys didn't play as well, and some of the guys coming off the bench played real good, made Coach Lloyd look like a genius.
All right. Well, get a nap in, Kelvin, and we'll see you right back here for football pregame at 5:30.
Yes, sir.
All right. We do have posts with the Wildcats. We'll give you that. Wrap things up when we come back. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Wildcats knock off UCLA 69-65. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice. First
Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
Tired of your old ride acting like that one uncle who never starts on time? Trade him in at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Used Cars. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on reliable pre-owned Chevys, trucks, and SUVs, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and save big with holiday deals so good, even Santa's trading in his sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Used Cars. Together, let's drive.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Right Way is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 5-star Google reviews, you can trust Right Way to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Right Way today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Krivas, he just got it as he passes it back to Deli for 3. It's good. Anthony Dell'Orso with his third 3 of the ball game.
UCLA trying to pack the paint there. When Krivas got it, they all helped inside. You called those blocks on the help down. That left somebody wide open outside.
Arizona knocks off UCLA by a score of 69-65 at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. Let's head back to the Intuit Dome and hear from your Wildcats. This is going to be Tommy Lloyd and Anthony Dell'Orso.
Your program, for both programs, actually, this series going.
I mean, I think it's extremely important. I think it's, both fan bases, I don't know if it's a love-hate deal. I don't know, not for me, but I think there's just a mutual respect between the programs. And I think, us programs on the West Coast need to protect each other. I mean, this is there's not a lot of us out here. There's a lot of space out West and only a select few programs that are playing at that highest level. And us and UCLA happen to be a couple of them. So I think just the matchup's great for our fan bases, and I think it's great for college basketball, and I think it serves both programs well. And there's no shame in losing to UCLA, and I don't think there's any shame in losing to Arizona, and I think both programs are better for the game.
Matthew Lowe with The Athletic. There was a lot of talk early on the season about this really highly touted freshman class across college basketball. You have 2 of those guys. But tonight, those veterans kind of stepping up. And for those freshmen, as teams are able to game plan for a little more, how do you just keep learning and adjusting as you go?
Well, I mean, I think you're right. They just have to keep learning, and the adjustments are going to come. I knew that they were going to load up on Koa today, and you can kind of prepare him for it, but at the same point, one of the things that makes Koa good is how physical and how aggressive he is. So I didn't want to kind of overdo it with him and have him going into the game fearful. But I think it'll be a great learning experience for him. I mean, they were in the gaps, they were attacking his spins. But for me, I see that as an opportunity that we can create a lot of offense out of that. And so I can't wait to get a hold of the film for him, for Braden, and for them to kind of see, what adjustments they can make that can make the game coming a little easier for them.
How are you able to hold guys that's limiting his scoring tonight?
I mean, I don't know what he ended up with. I mean, we just, we feel like we got good size, and we felt pretty comfortable if we could get downhill. If he got downhill and we just didn't give him absolute easy layups and we didn't foul him, we wanted to see how many of those shots he could make in size and traffic, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have made some, but you kind of have to pick your poison a little bit, and Bilodeau, they just do a great job with him, and he's become such a good player, for a kid from Eastern Washington to playing on the big stage in LA, and he's just a tough cover, and he has some great shots, and so it just makes it really difficult. And then hey, their other players are really good as well. I mean, the big kid number one, Booker. I mean, he obviously made some jump shots kind of early and got a floater going early, and you're like, man, that could be a tough cover, And then the three man, the lefty. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names, but he's just a really good player, and he got going a little bit there too. So they got a lot of good players. I mean, I think UCLA is primed to have a great season.
Questions for Anthony as well? Oh, I was going to ask Tommy. I'm going to go ahead. Just one thing about Kobe and the foul trouble. What's your thoughts on Cincinnati? You had Kobe and
Well, I mean, Bruce, you and I have been going back and forth this forever. I'm comfortable doing it. I think Tobe, like anything, needs a little more experience in it. I felt when he was at the game at the 4, there was a real physical presence we had. Tobe is also good defensively. I thought he was really good in those switches tonight, and then just was a monster on the boards. And he kind of had some just vicious drives to start out that second half. So no, I like it. I mean, it may not be aesthetically pleasing to certain people, but I think it's tough to play against, and that's what we're aiming for.
For Anthony, obviously you can make the threes, but there are also a couple players who just how much does that become more part of your game than maybe it was last year?
Yeah, I think something that goes unnoticed is that part of my game. Before I came to this school, that's really all I did, and I was a very downhill guy, free throw line guy, and then obviously coming to the bigger level, you get that physicality, bigger guys, and you kind of have to adapt. So that's something that in the off season that I've gained, this muscle and this understanding of the offense. It's something I'm trying to bring back in terms of not really something I have to develop. It's already been there. It's just kind of been hidden.
Down the stretch, obviously, how much does it mean to you to know that a coach has as much faith in you down the stretch, and even in key moments of the game to put you out there?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, obviously, when you have a coach that backs you and trusts in you, that's all you can ask for. It gives you the ultimate confidence to go out there and play your game. And if things go good, it's good. If things go bad, he's got you no matter what. So that gives me ultimate confidence, and I think he does that to a lot of our guys, and that just makes us go down the stretch with that building confidence that we can perform and execute and get the win like tonight.
Tony, you had a big game tonight. You made a pass on the first half that people that have covered the Clippers haven't seen that. And how did you feel on the crowd? The crowd was outstanding tonight.
Yeah, the crowd was great. Obviously we always have a good fan base. I thought UCLA had a great fan base tonight. But you got to do your best to kind of block that out. When you're talking about that pass, it's nothing more than I see my teammate running open, I throw it up there, and he gets it, makes a layup, and it's a simple play, really. But the crowd was great. When they had to run, the crowd got into it. We had to run, the crowd gets into it. It's a great basketball game overall.
Hey, Deli, just following up on earlier in the first half when you guys were down there, did you see it coming when you get some looks like that and hit them, or was there an extra thought in your mind as far as
What's the question?
Well, I mean, just did you see that coming early on? You're coming off the bench, you're a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, we scout all week. Obviously, we have practice, so you have a good understanding of what the team's going to do. But at the end of the day, you just got to be aggressive. You got to play your game and kind of, be reactionary in a way. And I just came in and kind of saw areas that we knew as a team going into the game that we could exploit. And, the opportunity presented itself, and my teammates found me in great spots, and I was able to knock it down tonight.
What do you guys say to Koa and your young guys after a game like this? You know they're going to be doubled up. You know they're going to go on board. How do you get them to bounce back? Keep their heads up, knowing what you guys have next.
You got that one, Dylan.
We all know they're great players. I think everyone knows they're great players. Whether they've proved it on this stage yet or not, we don't take that as a doubting factor. The best thing I can do, JB, Tobe, Aspets, Krivas, we can just take them under our wing, kind of let them know that, we're going to live to see another day. There's plenty of basketball to be played. Watch the film, really good or bad, and just come back and get to practice and don't stress about it really, because they're good enough guys, so they can take the criticism.
We have 2 more questions right here. For either of you guys, Coach Cronin said that the difference at the end was you guys were executing on offense and they weren't. Just in comparison, how are you able to get baskets on one end and then get stops on the other at the end?
Well, we found an action, Ken Nakagawa, one of our assistants kind of gave me an idea and we ran with it and kind of put JB in a good spot those last few possessions. And then, we decided just to get a feel for what switching would feel like. And, fortunately we switched and I think the ball kind of got out of Dent's hands a little bit. Bilodeau wasn't able to kind of, get a rhythm 3 or, maybe, where he creates situations where if you don't switch him, he pops and, puts a lot of stress on your defense. So, we just wanted them to try to make individual plays over our size. And then, and then offensively, we found one little action that worked. And thank God we got up 4 and the game ended, because I'm sure if it would have went a few more minutes, UCLA would have had an adjustment we would have had to figure out. And that was just kind of a game of adjustments the second half.
Coach, obviously, Bo missed last year's game, but this tonight, a really solid game overall. What can you say about just his presence tonight? How strong he played overall?
Well, I mean, I think Mo, is, and I don't want to say he's just scratching the surface, but I think that there's some merit to that statement. Like, he's really going to impact the game. He's starting to impact the game defensively. He's starting to impact the game on the glass. You felt his size out there tonight. He kind of got a few jump hooks in there at the start of the second half, and he's really good at that. We got to get a little more adept at finding him, on some of those post ups and in really utilizing that as a weapon within our offense.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, that is Tommy Lloyd and Anthony Dell'Orso after the ball game. Very interesting there. Kudos out to Ken Nakagawa, the assistant coach, for coming up with a little bit of a different ball action to get some of that isolation for JB late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, getting JB downhill, DK, and going towards the rim, which is basically 60%, 80% of his baskets are like that. Only the one step back NBA level 3 in that final stretch where he was the closer. But any way that you can rub JB's man off and get him by a shoulder by with a downhill motion getting towards the rim is going to be a good day. And back to what he said about Mr. Moteas Krivas, DK. I would like to see, like, Michael Jordan could score any possession. But you know what he did early in games in the first quarter? He would feed Bill Cartwright. He would get those big guys involved. So early in that game, what you saw is the freshman Braden Burry's back home for the first time, shooting a bunch of threes in those first few possessions, DK. I think if you find a way to get Moteas Krivas involved early, those jump hooks and all the paint touches and getting dunks over the top of smaller players, that opens up the court for everybody. So I think watching Mo get busy a little bit in that second half especially was really good to see offensively. He's brought it with the rebounding. But I would love to see them get Moteas Krivas paint touches 6 feet away, even back to the basket type stuff early in games to establish that post position, because that's why they brought him here. That's what Coach Lloyd's envisioning of him is. It's always going to be inside out, and Mo is that guy. He can score the first 8 points of the game simply by being 7'2" and going up to 6'11" guy on the block, DK, and jump hook left. He's got the left or right side. So I'd love to see them establish him a little bit earlier. JB, obviously the finisher. That Ken Nakagawa action to get him downhill is what won the game.
All right. Play the song, J.W. Madden. We'll try not to talk it all the way out this time. Thanks to everybody that was a part of these broadcasts tonight. We had our guy Dusty Dale on the the FM side. I always say the AM side. He's on the FM side of this thing, Dusty Dale. David Dragon Ball Amata was on the AM side of things tonight here. Wildcats Radio 1290. We're going to be back with you this morning, about 5 hours from now, 5:30. Get some sleep, get back, we're at it. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, Wildcat football on the road at Cincinnati, trying to go to 7-3 on the season. Looking forward to that. For our guy, Kelvin Ifan and JW Madden, my name is David Kelly, giving you that final score, final time from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, in front of 7,554. Number 5, Arizona Wildcats, 69. 15th ranked UCLA Bruins, 65. U of A is 4-0, heading to UConn. Take a nap. We'll talk to you in 5 hours. Bear down, Arizona.
Plays the game like only second do. Give me the ball and stand back and watch me jam 4-2. Elliott's here, it's time to play. They want me in the NBA. When Tolbert plays, he plays to win. I put it up and it goes in.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage rolls on. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by ABC Heating and Cooling, Arizona Commercial Lighting, Blue Sky Pest Control, Broadway and Tucson's 20th anniversary season, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, First Choice Pools, Goldberg and Osborne, The Injury Lawyers, Gospel Rescue Mission, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Shamrock Heating and Cooling, Showtime Sports Cards, Tucson Appliance Company, JT Auto, Lexus of Tucson, Mr. Rooter, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking K, a master planned community designed by nature, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. Thank you for listening to this special presentation from Wildcats Radio 1290. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming on the Infinity Sports Network.
Without his best weapon in Puka Nacua, he still threw for 5 touchdown passes. And so I recognize the hot start that the Patriots are off to, but you cannot tell me that Drake May's numbers and productivity has matched Matthew Stafford. I mean, the guy is...